Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. Today we're going to talk about the extended family, which is our parents, our siblings, fathers-in-law, brothers-in-law, and our aunts and uncles. So there's three different types of bonding. Remember, we're talking about bonds. And here we have three different types, which are close, intermittent, and distance relationship. Okay, distant relationship. So the first one, which is the close, this is a very tricky one, and you have to reflect about it, because we can feel, for example, if we give money to our siblings or maybe to our parents, and that can make us feel that our relationship is a close one because we've done what it's need to be done, and it's not like that. Another thing that can happen is that you spend a lot of time with them, and maybe you go and eat with them every Sunday, or you go to the grandma's house or grandparents' house every Sunday, and you feel like that doing that, it's spending a lot of time, and that make you have a close relationship with them. And that's also not true. On the last video, we talked about the emotions that we have when we spend time with other people, and that's going to decide if the bonding is close or not, if it's meaningful or not. So if you spend a lot of time, but the emotions that you're feeling every time that you go to grandparents' house, it's like, oh no, this is so boring, I don't want to come here. So let's think and reflect if that's the relationship that we want to have with them. The second scenario is that the relationship is intermittent. This means that you spend a lot of time with not talking with each other and maybe not knowing anything about them, and then you maybe give a call, or you see each other once a month or even once a year. So let's think if those times that we see each other is because we really want to see each other and because we really care about others, or just because I had nothing else to do. And the third scenario is when the relationship is distant. This means that maybe there's two possible reasons why the relationship is distant. The first one is because there's shadows from the past. This means that something happened like a lot of years ago, and that made the relationship to be broken. So we have to think if that's really important today, nowadays, for us, that thing that happened 10 years ago or more. And let's think about this, because every day it's one day less to have the opportunity to spend time with them and to fix the relationship. And the other reason can be that there's something going on right now, that we're mad, that we had an argue or something, and that make the relationship to broke. So we have to think what's more important, that problem that we have with them or the love that we have to each other. And remember that we are teaching our kids to relate with others. So if the model and the example that we're giving them is that these problems are bigger than the love that we have to each other, they will learn about that. Another thing that's very important, it's very common for you to have a great relationship maybe with your siblings and with your parents, but not with your brothers-in-law or with your fathers-in-law. And this is very sad, because you are yourself because of your parents and because of your siblings. They are part of your story. And as they are part of your story, your fathers-in-law and your brothers-in-law are part of your partner's story. So there's a piece of him or of her that's because of her parents or of his sisters and brothers. And you have to understand that when you reject your fathers-in-law, you're rejecting a part of your partner, and this is very sad. This is like what we talked on the last video. When you're rejecting the activity for your son, you're rejecting a part of him, and it's the same for your family-in-law. Let's think, and I want you to have this in mind, let's think that one day we will be grandparents and one day we will be grandparents-in-law. And how do we want to relate with our son, with our daughter and their family? Because we're teaching them how can they relate and how should they relate with their extended family. And they will allow some things from their husband, from their wife, because that's what they learned. So now we have to think and be very responsible that we're being those models. We have to teach them and to respect and to love not just their family, their now nuclear family, but also the extended family. And that's our job. So please reflect on this and think what kind of bonding would you like not just to have, but to teach your kids to have with their extended family. See you on the next video.